morning, everyone. Welcome to our first peer-to-peer learning webinar today. My name is Helen. I'm working for Services and Global Experience Sage. First of all, I would like to say a few words about peer-to-peer learning program. Peer-to-peer learning webinar series are virtual opportunity for a student to share topic with interest with their peers, and our topics can include a specific skill, craft, professional experience, and tips and ideas. And it's a chance for everyone to share and learn from each other. If you're interested in being a presenter, so please consider submitting a proposal. Each workshop can be presented by a student or a group of students, and our team can help you to give feedback and moderate your presentation. Our topic of the workshop today is Make Your Android Phone Smarter. And before we begin, let's quickly go through the rules of our webinar. We cannot see you or hear you, so please type in your questions in the Q&A sessions. And the webinar today will be recorded. And the slide of the presentation will be shared with all of the attendees at the very beginning of our presentations. And I welcome, please join us to welcome the facilitators today, Jenit Bilakhia. So Jenit, let's say if you were to welcome our attendees today.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining, everyone. And a special thanks to Helen, Nadia, and Bhavika for hosting this. I hope everyone is doing great. And to actually begin with today's session, which is I'm excited as much as you probably are. So I would like to share my screen and get started. Okay, so today's topic is how to make your Android smarter. It starts at 11:30. We are right on time. Thank you, everyone, again. Moving ahead, I would like to start with an icebreaker. Icebreaker is, I would love to know you more, what you do, or something that breaks the ice. Oh, thank you. So I would like to, first of all, before we move ahead, I would like to actually share one link. Helen, will you please share the link?
Sure.
Thank you.
So I think it's not able because it's in your slide, right? So can you type it in the chat session, like the chat? No?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's right there.
So to begin with this, I would like to request everyone to download this file. I can help you navigate. So once you open this link, this is something that you should be able to see. And over here, you can download this 1.02 file size of MB size of file, which is the presentation that I'm using right now. This is something that is like a PDF file, so you'll be able to access it and you won't actually need any third-party applications. Once you download it, moving ahead, I would like to share this part where you can scan this QR code, or you can click on this link or copy paste it, or maybe even you can click on this button. This will open up this icebreaker page. And here you can feel free to introduce each other. You can introduce yourself by your first name, last name, and your program name. And this is just a fun question. The zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the 3 people you want on your team? So feel free to actually write anything down. You can also comment anything, just like this is an example. How I have asked, like myself, why Elon Musk? Elon Musk, just because he can maybe save us all by taking us all to Mars. So yes, anything. It could be anything in fun. So feel free. You can also like each other's post and comment anything you want. We're going to take a few minutes on this page. I would highly encourage everyone to introduce themselves. I would love to know more about you. Hey, Shanika. Hello, Anna. Graduated from St. Oh, oh, this winter. Wow. Thanks for joining. Post the link of Icebreaker. Yes, absolutely. I'm sharing this link of Icebreaker in the chat once. Hello, Marsha. Thanks for joining. Hey, Dhruvan. Just in case, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to write it down, anything you want in the chat. You may raise your hand so that one of our panelists can know and they can help you further.
So yeah, I think we should move this question into the Q&A sessions, and because it's hard for all the students to follow the checks here.
No problem. Yes, so this link will be open throughout the session. Feel free to like, comment, share, whatsoever. Do not hesitate, make friends, and communicate here. Awesome. We'll start moving ahead, and the next slide is introduction. I'll also be sharing my phone screen. Right, okay. So to introduce, I would like to tell you something about Android. The introduction will be very short and quick. Android is a Linux-based operating system, so this is why it has more features compared to the other operating systems that are in the market. Why Android? It's basically open source, so it allows customization at an extreme level. And the fact about Android is 80% of the users are not really much aware of the true potential of Android. There are some of the features that one should be able to do, just in case. For example, if one wants to root their phone, rooting allow hacking a Wi-Fi or hacking a game. That's something that one can do with rooting. So that's one of the features that one can have in Android. Then comes custom ROMs. That means there will be different versions of operating system, just like Android, but maybe different features, maybe different theme, maybe the different way they will operate, maybe the speed and everything, battery consumption, it matters a lot. So a lot of these things as well could be done in Android. I probably tried more than 40 custom ROMs so far in my knowledge. Then I would like to lastly focus on our topic today, which is Android automation. Now, this is something which is very fascinating and also easy to set up. The first two things, routing and custom ROM, will probably require a little bit of knowledge or maybe a little bit of exploration. But then moving ahead, Android automation is very easy. As it says, with great power comes great responsibility. So are these some of these apps which allows us to use Android as a feature? Like there will be a lot of things available in Android and that can be used as feature. certain apps like Tasker. Tasker is a detailed customization and features app. So one will maybe need a little bit more knowledge regarding Android, including myself. It's kind of complex for me to set up. However, Automate 8 is very easy to set up, but it has limited features for now. IFTTT is another app like that, but it is more related to Alexa related, like just in case if you want to do it over the internet, using Alexa, you want to control your phone or something, this is possible with IFTTT. Last but not least is MacroDroid, which is the app we'll be using today. MacroDroid is great. It's very simple and easy. I'll be explaining more a bit about MacroDroid in the next slides. Getting started. So before we get started, I would like to talk about the authenticity of this app. The reason why I personally trust in this app is because it has 4.3 star rating, rated by more than 31,000 reviewers, and there is more than 1 million downloads. I can show this up on my screen. So Play Store and MacroDroid. So here are the ratings. It's more than 31,000 and there are more than 1 million downloads right here. Yes, so this is why I trust this app basically. To get started, I will move to the next slide. Now, MacroDroid is the easiest way to set up in your phone anything that you want to automate. It basically offers a simple solution to make your daily life easy. Moving ahead, how to install this app. So I'll quickly guide you through, and just in case if I am too quick or too fast, please let me know in the chat and I'll quickly go back again on that. So these are the installation apps. Open your Google Play Store. So you can open your phone screen, locate Play Store. I found it here, so I'm opening it now. Here I'll be searching MacroDroid. Once I search it, I'll be tapping on it. The steps are also mentioned on the screen. So just in case if I'm too fast again, you may follow from the screen or maybe even ask me from the chat. Then you can locate and install MacroDroid. This is where exactly we are. I have it installed here, but you'll see an install option over here. So yes, you can install. Let's give it 1 minute to install, or 30 seconds, I guess. 30 seconds should be quick. For just as an information, I would like to share that MacroDroid currently has a free and a premium feature. The free version allows up to 5 macros. Macros are the tasks that I'll be explaining in the further slides. And the premium version supports as many as you want. It doesn't really hold you, and it's just a one-time fee. I think it cost $3.99, so it's almost $4. $3.50 or $3.99, it's either of that, but yes. I believe this app should be installed by now. There's another app that is necessary for most of the most recent Androids. So that's MacroDroid, helper for MacroDroid, settings helper for MacroDroid. It's the second one here, sorry, first one here. Is also installed in my phone. It's just a supporting file to actually help MacroDroid function smoothly. And due to the newer versions, it's just something that will be needed for some settings purpose. So this is something that you'll need to install as well. It may take a few seconds, not really much of time. I believe it should be installed by now. If there is anyone who needs a little bit of quick review once again, please let me know via chat. Tima shall raise hand. Yes, Tima, you can write me down in the chat. Oh, no problem. Awesome. So I think it's okay for now. Now you can locate this app on your phone. So let's try to locate MacroDroid. I found it here and I'm going to open it. So this is the screen that you will be seeing. Let's move to the next slide. So yes, this is the quick navigation. For those who don't have the Android phone right now, it's completely fine. I'll be demonstrating on the left, and on the right there'll be some of the steps mentioned as well, so it won't be a trouble. Okay, so this is the home page. This is where usually you can set up your task, whatever you want to set up. There's like the easiest way to do it from here. I'll be explaining that more further. The next is macros. So this is where one will be able to see whatever the tasks they have set to automate. These are the templates. Just in case if you're feeling of not creating one by yourself, you can search over here whatever you want. For example, power. I'm just typing some random word, and yes, I'll find instantly some of the results, and I can just tap any of this and download whatsoever I want to do. But we'll be more focusing on creating our own macros, because that's where we learn a lot more. So next slide, I'll be sharing the other two. You may be able to see a pop-up over there on the screen. Awesome. Until then, I'll be explaining the last two part, that is templates is already done. Now comes to settings. We won't really require to have settings features in use right now, but just in case, if you are supposed to log in your email, maybe for email sending purpose, then yes, you will also need to do that. There is this Twitter account access and everything. It's just something that you may need just in case if you want to make a macro to automatically tweet every morning, a good morning, every day, then yes, you will require to have this Twitter account's credentials in there. But that's it. So yes, now moving ahead is the basic things that we have in MacroDroid. These are the three key things that one will be able to see in MacroDroid, and I'll be explaining that in the very easy ways. Just in case if you do not catch up that, please let me know. I'll be repeating it. No, it won't be a problem. The first is trigger. You may be able to see on the left, this is the list of triggers. There are more if I open them up. So these are just minimized right now. Triggers are the things that will initiate an action. It will be a reason to initiate an action. Now, considering that right now it's 11:51, I want at 11:55 to lock my phone. So the action is lock my phone, but the trigger is 11:51, because at 11:51 there should be something that should be happening. So that's going to be trigger. As I mentioned, action. So I would say, well, 11:55, I want my phone to go silent. So I'll just, search maybe vibrate mode, then yeah, vibrate. So I'll just search over here, or maybe if I want to scroll, oops, sorry. Yeah, so if I want to scroll and look for it, it doesn't really matter. It's the most convenient way I would find is searching over here. So yes, now this is the thing. I wanted to create an action. So this is where I go. I go here, it's blue colored. And yes, I can select any actions that I want. And then comes the constraints. Constraints is not really necessary in every single task that you'll be making. It's just something just in case if you want to make an inclusion or an exclusion. So if I move ahead, this was the basics actions, and this is the constraints. Now, yes, constraints, that is additional conditions that we would like to put. For example, if you want to make sure that when your phone is logged, there is no music playing. So this could be a constraint that if the phone is locked, the music shouldn't be playing. Other than that, it should be playing. So some constraints like this. We'll be using one of these constraints, like in one of the examples that I'll be presenting. Moving ahead, the macros. Now, the combination of these three is called macro. That is what I'm calling as tasks. So it's a combination of this. As you can see here, this is a macro. Here it consists of triggers, here it consists of actions, and here it consists of a constraint. On the left, you may be able to see it. So yes, this is a macro. Why I personally like macro drawer? It's because it's colorful. As you were able to see, it's red, blue, and green. It's easy to understand. It allows me modification at extreme level. So this is why I also like macro drawer more, because it has many offers. The last one is power. Well, it allows you to take advantage of the true potential of Android. So it's just letting us be the Superman of Android right now. So yes, this is the three reasons why I personally like MacroDroid. Now comes to the most exciting part, the 5 macros, and I'll be demonstrating it. And just in case there's a likely way that maybe you may be a bit lost, because sometimes it may ask for permissions. If you're asked for any permissions, feel free to accept it. It'll just allow the feature to be used. Just in case if you deny, you can go back, let me know, and I'll help you with that as well. But yes, there is always a way to fix things, not a problem. Moving ahead to the first macro is speak incoming caller name. So whenever one receives a call, the phone will be speaking their name. Now, just in case if the speakers, that means the caller's number is not saved, not a problem, it will be speaking the number. So how do we configure this? So I would like you to follow the same steps with me. It's going to be pretty easy. It won't be a problem. So here you may go on your home screen and you'll be able to see add macro wizard. Click on it and you'll be in the triggers part. Now you can search this one, the call incoming. As you can see on the right, under triggers, there is call incoming. So I'll be searching that, or I can just navigate from here as well, whatever you like. So call incoming, I'll be clicking on it. Once I click here, it allows me to select any of these three. I'll be clicking contacts for this case. So click on contact and press OK. Now I have a list of this. I'll be selecting, I want, if there's any contact or any number or any non-contact or any unknown caller, I want this trigger to actually initiate some action. So now I've selected first 4, that is any contact, any number, non-contact, or unknown caller. And I'll be pressing OK. Now I'll move to the actions part because I want some action to happen now. So now I want the speaker to speak the incoming caller's name. So I'll be here, going here and search for speak text. You'll be able to see this is under device actions, speak text. I'll be tapping on it once. Yes, Alice, you have raised your hand. You can put down your question or comment in the chat. Right. We'll wait for your question just in case if you have. Until then, we can proceed. So here I'll just want to speak incoming call from the caller's name. So here you may be able to see these 3 dots. You can click on it and select call name and then press OK. So this is something it should be looking like. Now, if I test this right now, it is going to speak the text. You can test it as well along with me. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to click on test.
Incoming call from call_name.
So since there is no call incoming right now, it's speaking incoming call from call_name. However, I'll ask one of my friends who has joined us today to call me. So not right now, it's just still a few steps ahead. So we'll be finishing this up. Now that we have everything done and we have no constraint in this case, we'll be clicking on this right tick mark here at the bottom part. So I'm going to tap on this, and now it's asking me how shall I be categorizing. I can put it in any of these categories, or I can create my own as well if in case. So I can create a new category, but I'm using the default one given here. It's fine even if you put it in the wrong category, it won't really matter. So yes, I'll be putting it under call handling, and I'll name it incoming call, whatsoever you like. You can even write down 1, 2, 3, whatsoever you want. So I'll be putting incoming call, press OK. Now you'll be able to see this macro in here. Now you have this functionality just in case if you're looking for, I don't really want any of the call handlings. I'll be clicking on here, and all the things, all the macros in the call handling department or category will be disabled. Just in case if I just don't want the incoming call to be functioning right now, no problem. For now, I'll want to disable everything in uncategorized part, and I'll be enabling incoming call. I'll be keeping this all enabled. This is a previous one that I made for testing purpose. So that's just something that I'm disabling for now. Now, since this macro is up, I'll ask one of my friends here, Drone, could you please call me on my phone?
Incoming call from Drone Toastmasters.
So this is how it functions. It now, okay, I'm going to disconnect. Thank you, Drone. So this is how it functions. I have received, okay. Does somebody call from WhatsApp, then should this feature of incoming call work? A good question. I haven't tested it, so I can ask my friend Drone again to call me on WhatsApp. Let's try this. Thank you, Parth, for this question. This is something interesting, and I've never tried before. Drone, can you please call me on WhatsApp as well? Absolutely, Parth. I am not really sure. It's very less likely to operate like it allows. It doesn't really allow, I think, from WhatsApp because it's completely. Oh, okay. Yes, so I'm missing his call, but it's not speaking his name. Thank you, Drone. So yes, if anyone is not able to set this up, please let me know. It may request for allowing you to give them access to probably make calls or something like that. Helen, can you please pull up a poll asking how many of the students were able to successfully run this?
Okay, sure, no problem.
Thank you.
I think you can introduce the next task, and then the student can answer the poll during that time.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Moving ahead to the next macro. Automatic, silent, or normal mode. So just in case, well, we all work, maybe if there is a specific timing of working, or maybe if there is specific timing of your school, and you want your phone to be automatically silent at certain time of the day, and at certain time of the day it should be allowing you to go back to normal mode, then this can be done, this can be achieved. Or maybe if you're going to your school, for example Sentinel College, and then you're connecting to the Sentinel College's Wi-Fi, and you want to make sure as long as you're connected to this Wi-Fi, the phone will stay as silent. And then when it comes out of this, like the connection loses and it comes back to normal, that means you're out of college. So yes, this is possible. We can do this as well. So for this case, since I am connected to a Wi-Fi with my phone, and this is how I'm able to share my screen right now, I want to actually test it with time and not actually try to do anything with Wi-Fi for now. So here I'll be moving to the next slide and show you this trigger. So we have this trigger of day and time that one can find. So I'm going to type day/time. As you can see here, this is day/time. I'll be clicking on it and I'll be selecting. Since I don't have any classes on Saturday and Sunday, I won't probably select. But for now, we are going to select Sunday because today is, sorry, Saturday and Sunday, because since it's a weekend for all of us. So for this star, I'm selecting this, and now I am going to set up current time, which is 12:04. So 12:04. I'll give 1 minute of grace period, so it's going to automatically turn, well, not really 1 minute, maybe I can do 2 minutes. Yes, we will update. So there's one thing that I can do, update it. So it's something that I can also show just in case if you configure something and you want to change it in the later part, it's possible, and I'll get you there as well. Right, now it comes to enabling or disabling vibrate mode. So I want to make sure that my phone goes on vibrate mode when it's 12:05 or 12:06. So I'm going to make sure oops, sorry, yes. So it's here, enable or disable vibrate mode, and I'm going to click on it. On click and hold, it explains what that function could be used for. So I'm going to click on this, and I'll be doing vibrate or silent for now, and press OK. We don't have constraints for now. I'm going to press OK, and I will try to create a new one for this time. So I'll be naming it enable disable vibrate, and press OK. I'll be naming this disable vibrate, and then press OK again. So this macro should be now in the list here, disable vibrate, right? But I also want to make sure that at certain time, the phone should also be going back to normal mode. So I'll be adding one more macro that will be allowing me to again switch back to normal mode, not from the vibrate mode, like it automatically turned vibrate mode at 12:06, then I want it to be back to normal mode at 12:07. So this is one thing that I can do right now. I'll be again searching here day/time trigger. I'll be again selecting Sunday and Saturday. I'll be again selecting 12 and 08 for this case. Well, 12:08, yeah. Let's see if we can make it by then. Then I'll be going back to vibrate. Here, I will click on this, vibrate enable disable, and click on normal, and then press OK. Now this is all set. We're good to go. I'll be giving, since we have created another category that is enable disable here, so I'll be selecting it. I'll be making sure disable vibrate. This is the macro name. Now that we have two macros here, one to enable and one to disable. Oh, sorry. So I named it wrong. One is to enable vibrate. Enable vibrate. So this is how I'm supposed to edit it. I can click on this trigger. Oops, sorry, not a macro. And here I can do whatever I want. Since it's 12:08, I would like to do it 12:09 here. Well, 12:10 because now the time just changed. So 12:10. And going back, I'll be saying it. Upon going to enable vibrate, I'll make sure that my phone rings at 12:09. So configure 12:09, press OK. So now we have these two macros available here. I want to request you guys to actually delete this one, the previous one, because you'll be only allowed to set up 5 macros right now. And moving ahead, we'll have more macros coming up. So I'll be deleting this and helping you how to delete this. So you can click and press and hold on it. Click delete and press OK. Now we will have this, and it should actually turn on vibrate mode. It's normal mode here. It should turn on vibrate mode at 12:09. It's 12:09. Let's check. It's vibrate mode right now. So just in case if you have any questions, feel free to type them down in the chat and I'll get back right now. And we'll wait till 12:10 and see how it goes. It should be disabling the vibrate mode at 12:10. As you can see here, it's vibrate mode right now. It should be enabling back to normal mode. But till then, any further questions? Right, we have one in the chat. Can we use that app to integrate with remote monitor of security cameras? Can you please explain a bit more on this so I can understand the context?
I already allow Alice to talk, so Alice, you should
Sure.
use your micro.
Alice, you may unmute yourself and ask me the question. Well, let's see, it's still 10 and it should be normal mode again. And yes, it is. As you can see, it's normal mode back here. This is, right, so it's functioning. Alice, just in case if you have a question and if you cannot access your microphone, not a problem. Okay, hi.
Yeah, I just like to ask, for example, you have some home security camera at home and you plan to remotely monitor that through your Android phone, right?
Yes.
Some of the vendors have used some app to integrate that with your cell phone. So with that macro, is it possible to integrate that application or camera security monitoring in our cell phone or in our Android phones?
Right, it's a good question. So as long as for example, if there is a security camera and it's actually broadcasting it on a Windows or maybe a Mac OS, and then it is kind of not really possible with this app because this is limited to only Android phones. So it's kind of not possible, but just in case if you're able to access this video on your phone, then maybe in case if you're looking for what do we call like an action, like for example, if you're looking for any of your house members who ever opens this app to actually see what's going on the camera, then you can send a text SMS or an email to yourself that somebody opened this app and is monitoring this. And whenever it closes, you can also have that update as well. However, it's not possible if you can actually monitor a screen from this app. It's not limited. It's actually limited for now. Okay, so I am getting a red signal from Helen and we will have to move to the next one. Just in case if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat and we'll go ahead. So burst alarm, this is a very needed one for me. And I think I used to have this one as well for, no problem, Alice, thank you. I used to have this one with one of my friends who had a really good habit of falling asleep and really hard to wake him up. So in back in India, there was a hostel where he was staying, and I would be right there standing downstairs and trying to call him over and over, and he won't be picking up my phone because he'll be sleeping. I had no other choice, so I had to set this up on his phone, and this is what I did. So what I did was actually set up this macro. So for now, I'll be explaining what I did and what was the reason and how this was fun for me. So we'll be adding one more macro here. We go to add macro wizard, click on it. As you can see, we have two triggers here, SMS received and screen unlocked. We'll be getting into depth. For now, I want you to just focus on first our trigger, that is SMS received. So SMS received from a selected number or selected group or any number or anything. So I'm going to select context. I can select any of this context, like any of them can actually send me this SMS and I can get this one trigger. And I'll also ask my friend to send me a text. Now I'm asking my friend to, once this is done, I will be asking him. So I'll be asking him to, well, contains, let's see, contains. Yes, alert. So I'll be asking him to send me alert. It doesn't really matter if it's in all caps or small or maybe first letter is caps. It will work anyways, any of these cases. And press OK. So SMS received, and if I receive an SMS with alert in there, then something should happen. What shall be happening is I'll be wanting my phone to play some music. Back in India, I selected this actually as audio. Right, I'll select this maybe for now. Yeah, so I've selected any of this audio. You can select any of the audio as well, whatever you like. And then once it's selected, you can click on this right button. And I will just select uncategorized for now and type SMS received, press OK. So now when I'll be receiving, if I go to the macros part, I'll be explaining this now. I'll be enabling this categories because it was disabled so far. And I'll be disabling 5 because I don't want it to work right now. Yes, so SMS received. Explain this. When I receive from any of these contacts a message consisting alert, this music should be playing. And actually, once this music is playing, I want to make sure that this also pauses. So I'll be also setting up another macro, which one can do it from here as well, as you can see in the right bottom corner. Click on plus. And then I can search here, screen unlocked. So I will search screen, and here I can find screen unlocked. I'll be clicking on that. Once the screen is unlocked, something should be happening. So I will move to actions now. And I want the music to be stopped. So I'll be again searching for play / stop sound, which I can find here. So I'll be clicking on it and stop existing sound. I'll be clicking on OK. Now this is set up right now. We'll move forward, click on this and stop music. I'll be naming it. You can name it anything you want. It will function really well. Press on OK. Now I want to make sure this works, and I want my friend Drone to send me a text SMS with alert. So I'll be doing this now, locking my phone, putting it aside. And Drone, please send me a text SMS saying alert, ALERT. That's it. Now this should be actually playing some music, and you may be able to hear this. This is playing. Now if I unlock my phone, it should stop playing. So I'm unlocking it now. And it stopped automatically. So this is how it works. Now my friend Drona, I previously actually let him know that just in case, okay, sorry, we have a personal communication, but yes, when he sent me this alert message, it had 3 exclamation marks. Now it will function anyways because we wanted to make sure that that text should have alert. So if he sends me hello Janet alert, it should also work. If he says goodbye Janet alert, it will also work again. So it will work in any case. Just in case if has word alert in there, it should be functioning very well. So this is it for this macro. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. It's funny. Yes, definitely. I did set up an ambulance tone or like police siren tone in my friend's phone. And I would actually like, when I set this up, he trusted me. So I was just installing this app. I installed this part and I installed this music in specific. And then it would ring a siren. And the very first time this happened, he screamed at me. He came out and he was screaming at me because I literally like, it was completely unexpected. He was not expecting that. So yes, this is something that I did. Yes, he's still my friend, Nadia. We are really good friends. Yes, thank you. Right, so any further questions? If none?
I think it's very clear and then people get what you, the tip that's to wake up the friend if they want to go to school early in the morning.
Yeah, like this is possible, yes. So it's hard for me as well to wake up, and this good friend of mine, Throne, he also today, like he checked on me if I was awake. He knows that I'm a good sleeper as well. So he wanted to make sure, but now that he can use this feature and wake me up. Yes, so since we don't have any further questions, we can move forward to the next trigger, next macro, which is failed login attempt. This is a very useful feature, and this is where something may take a while because it will probably require some sort of configuration. So if you're following up and there should be a configuration needed, just in case if it is needed, please let me know and I'll be helping you through with that. Helen, can we also have this poll up for the burst alarm just in case if they were able to do it?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. Right, so moving to the next part, fail login attempt. So it will send me a picture of whoever tried it last time, and like like for example, if it fails 3 times, then it will be sending me a message with telling me who was the last person. So it will be like taking a picture, which nobody will be knowing. Like if someone else is using my phone and if they failed 3 times straight, then they will not know that their picture is being clicked and is being sent to me. So it is going to be like a secret thing. But yes, we'll be able to know who was trying to log in. I have a friend who missed a test because she overslept. Oh, this was also me. I almost missed it. I was lucky that I woke up, but I was late, honestly. So had I known, yes, of course. This is something that you can recommend your friend as well. Thank you, Anna. Awesome. Okay, so moving on, we'll be configuring this. So trigger. Now I'll go back to MacroDroid. I'll create one more macro, just in case if it is like if your macros are too full and they're not allowing, the app is not allowing you to create new macros. Let's go back here. Let's delete these macros from here. So 1, 2, and I'll delete all this category as well. So it's gone, completely gone now. I'm completely having 0 macros, and so should be you in case if you deleted. Going back to home, I'll be adding a macro again here. So I'll be clicking on this. And then as you can see on the right, failed login attempt. So I'll be searching here, failed login attempt. How many number of failures? So I'll be saying 3 number of failures in last 1 minute or maybe 5 minutes, whatsoever you're convenient with. You can customize yourself. I'm keeping 1 minute for now. But in case if you want to try something else, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or maybe if you want to change it to 2 minutes or whatsoever, feel free to do it. It's up to you. So I'll be clicking on OK now, and now I will need some action to happen. So I'll go in actions. I'm sorry, actually, I have mentioned vibrate, enable, disable. It won't be really necessary in this part. So it's okay. Just in case if you want to scare your friend again with this alarm, if they fail 3 times, yes, you can do it as well here. You can set up play music and then, you know, play the siren, and you can scare it, you know. So yes, for now, we'll be taking this picture and sharing this with ourselves, like on our personal email. So what I'll do is I'll be searching in actions part, take picture. As you can see here, I can do this, take picture. There are 2 options, front facing or rear facing. I'll be using front facing for this case. I'm pressing OK. Do you want me to show hide camera? No, it's just all up to you. It doesn't really matter as long as the phone is locked. It won't really be big of a concern. I'm going to keep it show icon camera. It's fine. I don't have to necessarily name this file or something, so I'll just have it default. So I'm selecting default and pressing OK. I'll move ahead with sharing this last photo. So before I do this, I want to actually make sure that we wait for a while. So I have not mentioned this, but this is something we can always do. So wait before next action is something that we can use. I'll be clicking on this, wait before next action. I want to wait for 10 seconds. And press OK. I have added 10 seconds. You can also type it down here or whatsoever and press OK. So since we have waited 10 seconds now, and then after, I want my phone to share me the last photo. So I'll be typing in share last photo. And how do I want it? So via intent, that is something that you may use for sending it via WhatsApp or something if you want. If it's not WhatsApp or anything, intent is basically used when you want to use a service that is available by an app. So just in case if I want to use WhatsApp, then yes, this is possible. But for now, I want to use email because it is really easy to set up with that. So I'll be selecting send via email and pressing OK. Whichever I like. I have Android phone, I have Gmail account, so I'll be using Gmail. I'm pressing OK. Which address do I want this picture to go to? So I'll be like my personal email, which is, you can put down your own email. I'm putting down my personal email and then message tag. So I'll be writing down demo intruder alert. You don't necessarily have to type in message text, it's fine. And press tick mark here. So I'll be doing OK. Now it's completely set up. What I will do right now, we don't have constraints anymore, so I won't go into constraints part. What I'll do right now is press on this right button over here and set this up. I'll be, again, to make things easy, putting it in categorized, uncategorized part. Intruder attempt. Press OK. Now let's try to intrude my own phone by myself, but I won't show my face because my phone has face unlock. Sorry. So you may be able to see ceiling right now. Yeah. But yes, I'm locking my phone. I'm trying to unlock it. Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Failed once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Failed twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Failed thrice. So it's now sending a picture of my ceiling. So it has taken a picture. I should be receiving the email in 10 to 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm bad at math. Right, let's see. Okay, so here I'm getting this
Wow.
photo sent. Let's see what photo I have got. I'm going to click on it. And I have my ceiling up here. There's my face.
Oh,
So yes, this is something that can be happening. So just in case, if you're trying to set this up, and as I mentioned, there could be some concerns that you may be asked. Maybe you were supposed to enter your email credentials. Tima, yes, you may ask a question in the chat. So it may have already asked to maybe type in your email login credentials, which you can definitely do that without any sort of hesitation. Hi, I tried the incoming call macro, but I can see never activated under the category. Can you please show again how this should be navigated? For sure, Vince. How about we repeat this one if we have enough time, I guess, at the end. We'll go through it and check on it. Yes, Tima, yes, privacy concerns. I wonder if it's legal. I agree. I don't really recommend you to actually click a picture and share, but you can definitely at least let yourself know that definitely like this was an intruder alert. So instead of doing that, maybe what I can do is rather than sending my own picture, I can delete that. I'll be adding one action, send email. I'll be typing my email again, some subject, anything 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever, and saying intruder possibility. And press OK. And then I can test this right now because I don't really want to log and keep going again because we have red signal. So I should be receiving in 10 seconds. It's taking my picture again. I completely forgot to take it out. But yes, I should be getting this email again in 10 seconds. I have saved this now. Let's see. Right, so since we have red alert from Helen, we'll be moving forward and wait for the email to come. The last one is the one with constraints, to explain you constraints, and I'm not sure why. Email sending failed. Not sure why it should work, but since we have the red alert, we'll skip it for now. And maybe if we are hosting another session on this, this is when we can try exploring this more in a bit. Right, moving to the last part, this is something that one can customize themselves as well. So speak battery level whenever the charger is connected or disconnected. It can also be modified for more actions, as I mentioned. So what I'll do is I want my phone to actually speak text or anything whenever my phone is connected. For example, my phone is logged and I want to know whenever I connect my phone, what is the battery level? Or whenever I disconnect my phone, I want to know how much my phone charged, what's the battery level right now? So what I can do is set up this feature on my phone, which is something we can do this way. So in the triggers part, we can search for power, connected or disconnected, as you can see. And I'm making sure that we have both the triggers this time because I want, like anytime, like even if I connect or disconnect, so this is going to be multiple trigger. One good feature we have is we can have multiple trigger, multiple actions, and multiple constraints. Multiple trigger, we are going to explore this right now. So when power is connected, I want something to happen. Any type of powered connection. So it could be wired, wireless, or wired slow charge. I'll be clicking on OK. I'm keeping this open for all three. And I also want to make sure that when power is disconnected as well, it should also work. So I'm going to select another trigger this time, power disconnected. So I created one trigger with power connected, another trigger with power disconnected. The two triggers. Now I press OK. So we'll have two triggers. As you can see over here, this is like a symbol that we have two triggers right now. Actions. Now we go over here and I want to speak text. I want to know what's the battery level. So I'll be searching speak text. And I want to know the battery level. So I'll be setting up this battery as battery is some percentage. So I'll be like selecting the percentage of battery. As you can see, okay, my bad. So yes, as you can see, there's 3 dots. You can click on it and you can find one mentioning current battery. There are a lot more features here. You can explore them as well. Literally a lot of them. But yes, for now we'll need current battery percentage. Press OK. So battery is battery. This is going to just speak number. I want it also to speak percentage. So percentage. Right. Now we have the battery number speaking, like whatever the percentage of battery will be. Mine, in my case, is 98%, so it should speak 98%. Moving ahead, we have constraints this time. Now I want to make sure that only when my device is locked, this is only when I want my phone to speak the battery level. If my phone screen is unlocked, I can definitely see, and I don't really want to be hearing any other text for now. So what I can do is I'll make sure that only when my device is logged, this should be playing. Other than that, it should not be playing. So I'm limiting it right now. So now we have 2 triggers, 1 action. We can have 2 actions as well. I can write it down pop-up message, but I'm not really using it because we won't probably able to see it, but let's just use it since we have it here. Back in actions, pop-up message. I'll be writing, maybe I will just get the battery level again. So I'll go back here, click on three dots and select the battery level. Press OK. Battery level and then percentage symbol. So now I have this action. I pressed OK and we have 2 triggers, 2 actions and 1 constraint. I'm going to click on this tick mark here so that we can proceed and finally test it. Again, I'm putting it in an uncategorized battery or like power trigger. I'm typing power trigger. We have a poll up here and you can put in your thoughts as well. Okay, so we have the last part. Now I'll explain. We have 2 here, like power connected and disconnected, 2 of the triggers, 2 of the actions, and 1 device logged as constraint. I'm going to lock my phone and making sure that my phone is normal mode, and I'm going to keep it unlocked so that we can see that I'm connecting my phone, and you'll be able to see over here, this part, that my phone is connected to battery, and it won't play anything right now. I just connected, it's not playing anything, no battery level speaking. I'm going to disconnect it again, it's not going to speak anything as well. But what I'm going to do now is going to lock it, and now I'm going to connect my phone's charging.
Battery is 98%.
Speaking. Then I'm going to now remove it.
Battery is 97%.
And now we know this. I'm going to unlock. And yes, we were not really able to see the pop-up message because the phone was locked when it popped up. So it's gone. But if I quickly lock my phone, connect this and quickly
Battery
unlock,
is 97%.
as you can see on the left hand side, bottom corner here, it was 97%. I'll do it once again so that you'll be able to see it again. I'll lock my phone, remove the charger, and unlock
Battery
it.
is 97%.
As you can see, 97% there. So yes, this is something that you can do. You can customize it as you want. Maybe if you want anything else, you can do it as well. Maybe if you want to make sure that when your phone is logged or unlocked maybe, and you not really logged, I would say when your phone is charging, you want to make sure that your phone is normal mode, you can do it as well, because one may not be able to have access, and that's when we may miss the calls, maybe important calls. So yes, this is possible as well. So if we have any further questions, please feel free to ask right now via chat. Thank you, Tima.
So thank you so much, Jenit. It's really very interesting. But I think we are almost over the time. So
Right.
yeah,
We'll
so
quickly
I
wrap up.
would not keep people stay longer. I think thank you everyone so much for joining us today. And then we would be very appreciated if you can complete the survey I mentioned in the chat box. I will post the survey link in the chat box. If you have some time, then you can please complete the survey.
You can also scan this QR code in case if it works. I'm not really sure if it's going
Oh yes,
to work.
let me
But
put it.
yes, in the file that I shared earlier, it should let you click
Yeah.
on this button or this link, or maybe even QR code. You can click anywhere, and it should pull out.
Also open the Q&A, like very quick question for Janet. So if you
Yes.
have any quick question, you can ask Janet. I think Janice, we have a previous question for you to show the incoming call on macro, incoming call macro.
I tried the incoming call macro, but can you, Helen, please allow Vince to take over the mic so that I can understand his question? I can see never activated. Oh, yes. Oh, I got it. Yes, because the macro was never ever used. Like if it was activated, for example, let me show you this real quick. On macro, it shows me it was activated last 9 minutes ago. Like intruder attempt was done 9 minutes ago. This is what happens. So since it was never activated, it was never used, maybe it never was triggered. So maybe in case if you mentioned that since it was incoming call and you actually didn't receive any call, so it was never ever firing any sort of actions, and this is why you got never activated. So once you receive a call, it should be uh, telling you what time it was last activated. No problem, Vince. Thank you for the questions and thank you for so much of energy. I really like the engagement and I'm really happy to be like able to host this, and thank you again.
Thank you, Janet, again. I think students able to have some better experience with this Android smartphone. So now they can make their phone smarter. And as a reminder for everyone, if you have a skill or a tip you'd like to share with other students, then don't feel free to email us at cisa@centennialcollege.ca, and then you can host your own webinar. And that's it for today. If you have any question, you can also email us at sage, SATE at centennialcollege.ca. I will leave it to my manager, Nadia, if she want to say something with you, all of you today.
Thanks, Helen. My name is Nadia, everyone. I work in the international office. I'm so excited that this was our very first peer-to-peer learning webinar, and I'm excited that you guys all joined us on a Saturday. Thank you so much, Jenit, from all of our team. We're hoping that you guys get ideas for hosting more. And actually, I have a question, and maybe you guys can put this in the survey, put it in the comments in the survey, or just here. But if you want to know more about the Android phone, or just have a level 2 of this webinar, talk to us about it, because Jenit is very open to coming back and maybe doing, part 2 of this series as well. So, but yeah, just so let us know, and then we'd be happy to host and organize this again. I'm excited for the next 2 that are coming up. So please check your email, check Instagram and Facebook for our next 2 topics. Thank you and have a good weekend.
Thank you so much for participating.